Hello everybody, my name is Timnesty and welcome back to another redstone tutorial video. Back in Timnesty's redstone world, where today we are looking at the most lag-friendly, server-friendly, resource-friendly sugarcane that I could find. And that's all the compliments that I can give myself. I really can't think of anything else. But take a look in the inventory. All of this up here is what we need. These three you only need if you want to follow the last step that I have, which is not needed to do the actual sugarcane farm. You need, this can be sand. This is what you plant your sugarcane on, so just anything that sugar can be planted on. This can be anything you want, but I would recommend, if you're going to expose this, to make it look at least half decent. Just my recommendation. But let's get into it. You can see I've got all of them planned out layer by layer. So the first thing you're going to want to do is dig out a 2x12 area. And then right here in the center, you're going to want to dig out these 2 blocks and then the 4 in front of them, placing 2 hoppers facing into 2 double chests or some other sort of storage system, which is what I'm going to show you at the end. One version of a storage system you might would want. So after you do that, you're going to want to place grass blocks all the way down here, and then your water bucket down here. And I would recommend putting some sort of stairs there. That way you can still open the chest. You can see I'm even hitting on that block when I open it. But that way the sugarcane won't flow into this, because if you see this, it flows all the way into there. So you're going to lose some sugarcane if you don't put the stairs there. Next, what you're going to want to do is, and I didn't put string on that one, but what you're going to want to do is place barrels along this back row and glass, or I put glass here because that's how I'm going to encase my stuff, because it's a tutorial, but I mean, whatever you're going to encase it in, right here. But yeah, make sure that this is barrels or some other type of tileable entity. A tileable entity is basically anything that has an inventory. So chests, and barrels, and furnaces, and blast furnaces, and smokers, and all those kind of things. Basically anything that you can exit the UI and it will contain, and it can still hold items. So looms and stuff don't count, but chests and barrels and hoppers and all that do. I'd recommend not using hoppers though, because of their hitbox. So yeah, after you do that, you're going to want to, you can go on and put the layers up higher, but then you're going to want to put a barrel here and here, as well as a barrel there and there on the other side, and then slime blocks on top of all those barrels that were just one high, and then one sticky piston facing into the slime blocks, and then you're going to want 3 of your redstone block right here. This is for the one small circuit that we have. This is very minimal with circuits. I'm not a redstone expert, so yeah. After you do that, you're going to want to place barrels on top of the slime blocks. That way you don't accidentally place any of your filler block in front of the, to where the slime blocks won't move. But then you're going to want an observer that's watching this piece of sugarcane with the output coming out here to powered rails. And I use powered rails instead of redstone dust, because redstone dust is laggier than powered rails. Powered rails are better for like optimizing. It goes in one tick. It's better at optimizing. It's less laggy, all that kind of stuff. But then what you're going to want to do is put an observer facing the powered rail. So whenever that powers the powered rail, the observer will detect that. Then using, without any actual connection here, which I'll be honest, again, I'm not a redstone expert. I don't know how that works, but it works. So that'll power the sticky piston, which will push the maximum number of slime blocks that way. And because it's slime blocks, it will all be thrown up against this wall and into the water. thus collecting in the chests, which I put string over all these, so it shouldn't have any. But then you can go on and encase it, and that's it.
Hello everybody, Timnesty here, and I just want to let you know, this farm is not intended to be single use. I intend for you to take this design and then flip it so that the redstone circuits on this side on a separate machine, and then that to be stacked like 10 high and to be made in a square. It's supposed to be really big because this is a completely passive farm, and if you need any sugar cane like in decent amounts because you have an elytra and you need rockets or something, then just one of these on its own will not suffice you. You need to build more than one of these in order to get an acceptable amount of, and that's it. The only thing, I just have a few more pointers I'd like to give, like if you put a shroom light, which I believe gives off a level of 15 or 14 or something. Basically, if you use a shroom light at each end, then in the middle, in the very center, the light level will be 7, which is enough to prevent mob spawning and let the plants grow and all of that stuff. So yeah. Also notice that in this design, there's no hoppers and chests at the bottom. Well, this is where I show you a version of how it, of how you can collect. So basically, in this one, you would take sugarcane and throw it, and it would hit down against the glass or right here. Here, let me fix that real quick. There. But then it would basically slide down here. Because of the momentum from the water and the packed ice, it would continue moving. I just stopped moving because I'm a player. And then it would come into this water thing where it would go over these hoppers. And you can see that we have already collected some, and for some reason some of it goes into this top chest. I don't know what to do about that. I personally don't think it's a big deal, so I won't be trying to figure out a way to stop that. If you think it's a big deal and you want me to figure out a way to, leave a comment down below letting you know. But it's me, the Timnesty. Quick disclaimer, I forgot to put this in the video. This is an insert. You cannot use honey blocks. You cannot use honey blocks. If you use honey blocks, then this design will not work. Or at least it will not be lossless. If you use honey blocks, then most of the sugarcane will fall onto this block right here instead of hitting the water. If you want to use honey blocks, you then have to run minecarts under the grass blocks in order to pick up the rest of the sugarcane, or if you're okay with it not being lossless, down below letting you know. But that's it for this tutorial video. Thank you for watching, and if you did enjoy, please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. Dislike the video if you disliked it. Comment down below telling me how I could make these videos better or more ideas for tutorials, as well as anything else you want to say in the comments. I mean, that's what it's for, talking to me, right? And I read every single comment, every single one. I don't have any filters on. Every single one I read. So yeah, please comment, subscribe, like, dislike if you want to dislike as well, I guess. But I will see you all in the next episode. This has been the Timnesty. This was a midweek rollout episode, and I am out.